Well, hello everybody, welcome to a new Polowow video. I am Polo, and today is October 25th, 2022. A couple of days ago, we had the announcement from Blizzard that the new animated shorts were coming out, trying to describe the lore that we're about to enjoy during the next expansion, Dragonflight, which is, by the way, coming in 1 month, approximately. Yeah, I think it was announced for the 28th of November, and we're going to have some other events happening in-game as pre-expansion content, as we always do, but this time we're going to have it in short bursts. It's going to be delivered step by step. For instance, I believe that today, on Tuesday, October 25th, we're having something. I haven't logged into the game yet, but a couple of days ago, the Battle.net application started downloading some stuff, pre-launch stuff. So I'm guessing we might have maybe some first pre-expansion quests. Who knows? But in the meantime, I'm here with you to share my live reaction to the first chapter, chapter 1 of this short animated series called Dragonflight Legacies. So here we go. Ready for some dragons lore? Let's do this. Is that their island where we're going? Okay, some dragon came in and transformed into his smaller form. Oh, that's Nosdormu. Where is he? I haven't seen you in a while, Nosdormu.
This place holds many mysteries, but few answers.
Stop there! Who are you?
One who would be your guide. Tell me, what do you remember from before?
My general, a fierce battle. And then I was imprisoned in darkness.
But now, you are free.
What are you?
Come, there is much I would show you to prepare you for the challenges that lie ahead.
Challenges. Okay, he's obviously talking to a Dragdeer, the new race. So we were imprisoned by Deathwing. That was Deathwing.
This place is so strange. Where are we?
Where is less important than when. Many thousands of years ago, when our world was young, Azeroth was home to the ancestors of dragons.
Proto-dragons.
Primitive beasts ruled by primal instincts. Yet, there were a few in whom the spark of intelligence was lit, who thought, spoke, and felt more deeply than the rest.
He's one of them.
What does this have to do with me?
Were it not for them, your people would not be. From these proto-dragons, there arose the monster, Galakrond.
Galakrond.
Whose insatiable hunger would have consumed us all. When the fate of our kind was at stake, we five overcame the instincts of fear and self-preservation and united to battle the Leviathan.
We? So, you were one of these?
Yes.
For our bravery, risking everything to save the world, we were granted a gift of the Titans, transformed into something greater. Dragonflights, the protectors of Azeroth. In time, we took on visages like this to better commune with the younger races.
Why have you shown me this?
I am Nosdormu. I was aspect of the Bronze Flight. It is my fate to see all of time. But now a threat to our world approaches.
Which one?
An ancient enemy has returned.
Who?
You will play a part in the events to come, and you will have to make a difficult choice, as we did.
I am not like you.
No. My story is already written, but yours, and that of all Drakthir, is only beginning to unfold.
And that was Dragonflight Legacies, Chapter 1. I'm guessing like in the previous expansions where we also had an animated short... No, we had different amounts of animated shorts on each expansion. We normally had 3, but for Shadowlands we had 4, right? 1 for each covenant. But anyway, I'm guessing we're going to have 3 here. Or maybe 5, because we have 5 Dragonflights, and each aspect is going to tell her story. Maybe. Could be. So maybe we can expect 4 more of these. This one was for Nosdormu, giving us a great intro of what Dragonflight is all about. A lot of you and me thought that this big threat could be Garkron, or that big, huge dragon that they fought back then. Which, by the way, I don't know if you guys have read that novel. Give me 1 minute. This is what I was talking about. Dawn of the Aspects. This book right here, this novel, tells us that precise story that Nosdormu told that Drakthir. This happened a long time ago. Even over 10,000 years ago, even further than that, because at that time there were no mortal races, from what I understand. I don't remember 100%, but from what I understand, those proto-dragons were some of the first creatures that you could find on Azeroth, some of the first mortal living creatures. And for some reason, one of those proto-dragons grew into that monstrosity called Galakrond. And it's such an incredible read. I mean, all World of Warcraft novels are awesome, but if you want to be prepared for Dragonflight, you should buy this and read it if you haven't already. And if you haven't, what Nosdormu is doing here on this first Dragonflight Legacies short animated film is give us an introduction of what happened back then. And it's perfect. It's fantastic because it gives you an introduction to what is to come. We thought that Galakrond could come back in a way. Maybe, I mean, remember that the Lich King back in Wrath of the Lich King, he tried to resurrect Galakrond, but he couldn't succeed. We stopped him in a bunch of quests back in Northrend. So maybe someone could try again. Or maybe a secret descendant of Galakrond or something like that. We thought that he could be one of the last or final bosses, or one of the few big bosses. Who knows? But this is a great introduction to what's to come. The new race, the Drakthir, we'll all be able to play a sort of humanized dragon. From what I understand, as you saw on this video, they were created by Deathwing Neltharion, and he was the leader of all those guys. And they had a fight according to what this Dragthyr said, but he couldn't remember all details, and they were put to sleep for some reason. So I'm guessing as this Dragthyr is waking up, as soon as you create your first Dragthyr, that's what's going to happen. You're going to be waking up from this big slumber. You will remember some sort of battle. Your leader, which was Deathwing back then. Well, back then he wasn't Deathwing. He was just this dragon. Telling you that he created you and leading you on this battle. We don't know what battle they're talking about. We have no idea. And the other very important thing here is Norsdorm was talking about a new threat. Which threat is he talking about? We know from the first few things of the expansion that, from the first dungeon and the first raid, that we're going to fight some elements. So I don't know how that is a threat or who brought that threat to Azeroth. Because according to Alexstrasza, from her own words, during the Dragonflight trailer cinematic, she said, we're going away. We're going to try to fix what's going on over there on Azeroth Sundering, the fight against the Legion. So we're going to shut down the island. She didn't explain why. She just said this land is going to stay dormant. Let it be dormant. All the elements are also going to shut down. You guardians or Titan keepers or whatever their name is, you're going to stay here, and you're going to feel when we're coming back, when the elements wake up. So I don't know if when the dragons try to search for this island, the Dragon Isles, that's when the elements arise from their slumber, and that's when they wake up. Or if the dragons are coming back to that Dragon Isles because they're feeling that something's happening with the elements on Azeroth, and those elements woke up by themselves for reasons, and that's how the Titan keepers woke up too, and they are lighting up the beacon, Tyr's beacon or something like that, so that the dragons could find their way back home. I'm pretty sure we're going to find the answer to those questions in the next expansion. Something that is also very interesting is, I don't know what kind of connection there is from Shadowlands to Dragonflight. It looks like none at all. And that's very interesting. Yeah, we know that the elements are going to play some sort of part of being the first enemies, but it's going to be like Khazar Nathria on Shadowlands. I mean, they're the first enemies, but not necessarily the masterminds behind whatever is threatening Azeroth now. So it's going to be very interesting. In the meantime, I strongly suggest, guys, if you haven't read this novel, Dawn of the Aspects, please go get it and read it. It's enjoyable, it's incredible, and you'll have a much better perspective and details of what Nosdormu was talking about on this first chapter of the Dragonflight Legacies. And let's get ready for the next chapters, which I hope we have 4 more of them. 1 chapter per Dragonflight. Anyway, thank you so much for watching this with me, guys. I hope you enjoyed my live reaction, and see you on the Dragonflights. On the Dragonflights? I'm just crazy because I want to play it now. See you on the next expansion, Dragonflights. Dragonflight! I'm drunk. I'm sorry. May the light embrace you.